Now at 9, how one local group is looking to help students in the community.
A New Mexico district attorney is reviewing the investigative report on the movie set Rust. We have the latest.
And the legal battle continues involving the search of former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate.
And University Police has some tips and tricks to keep Ball State and the rest of Muncie safe on the weekend leading up to Halloween night.
I'll be tracking the potential for a rainy Halloween as well as increasing temperatures throughout the next week. All this and more in my full forecast.
Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Madeline Kerr.
And I'm Josh Hoover. Eastern Indiana Works runs a project called Youth Build, aimed to help high school students enter the workforce.
NewsLink Indiana's Elias Elsner visited a job site in Muncie and spoke to a worker about one of their projects.
I saw a post on Facebook about it. My grandpa showed it to me, and then I just called them and went on from there.
Through Facebook, Jeremy Price was able to connect to a community of students just like him, looking to get employed by participating in Youth Build, a specialty program by Eastern Indiana Works. According to Director of Strategic Initiative Rebecca Jennings, it targets 18 to 24-year-olds with, quote, significant barriers to employment and focuses on giving them what they need to enter the workforce.
We focus on education for part of their time. They're focusing on getting their high school diploma or equivalency. They're also working on getting their NCCR certification, which is basically a basic construction certification.
It also helps their students become college ready. Youth Build is partnered with Eco Rehab for their construction work. Jeremy and his co-workers have been working to rehabilitate homes for low-income families in the community.
Some demo work, and then a little bit of repairing things on houses that are almost done. We're recycling a lot of the wood we use for this house as well.
Jennings and Price believe the project will be a success both for the community and for the kids.
And that's what this program is all about, making sure that they're able to move on to whatever they choose and be successful.
The program's very nice. It's worth doing, and it'll definitely change your life and impact it.
In Muncie, Elias Elsner, NewsLink Indiana.
To learn more about the Youth Build project, visit their website.
And Halloween is this Monday, and with spooky costumes and late nights, there's something to look out for on this frightful night.
NewsLink Indiana's Olivia Slonaker sat down with University Police to learn more about how Ball State can stay safe this holiday.
Trick-or-treaters, jack-o'-lanterns, and haunted houses. Halloween is upon us, and the city of Muncie is decked out in their best decor. Nonetheless, there's one aspect of the holiday that keeps University Police on their toes.
Sometimes we see large groups and some of our students not paying attention, like traffic codes and stuff, because their costumes sometimes obstruct their vision and stuff, so they're walking off sidewalks because they can't really see very well and stuff like that.
The department says they still get their fair share of phone calls to various places on campus, so they keep a watchful eye on students who choose to go out during the holiday.
Be aware of your surroundings, stay on the sidewalk if you can, travel in well-lit areas, try not to be in large groups in the street, that's helpful and stuff like that.
Junior Savannah Sturgill has her own hacks for taking care of herself and those around her when they're out.
So whenever I'm going out, I always make sure I'm going out with a friend that I know and that I trust. Before that, I've talked with my roommates. We've exchanged emergency contact information just in case something were to go down. We always try to update each other, where we're going to be, where we're heading.
Chief Deckham encourages all students on campus to take care of themselves and others and to be extra careful when walking around campus during the weekend leading up to Halloween. In Muncie, Olivia Slonaker, NewsLink Indiana.
For any families looking to go out on Halloween night, the times for trick-or-treating are 5 to 8 p.m. in Muncie and 6 to 8 p.m. in Yorktown. Now, obviously, the biggest issue with Halloween is temperature and rain. So I'm really looking forward that it's going to be good temperatures this weekend. The weather's going to look good for trick-or-treating on Monday.
Yeah, especially since it's been going up and down so often, and there might be a chance for rain, who knows. Let's move over to Rachel for the weather.
You guys are right. We hope that we can see a nice weekend. Unfortunately, this rain system over Nebraska and Kansas right now is going to start moving its way over into our area for Halloween and the rest of this weekend. I'll have more of that in the full forecast, but right now we're sitting under cloudy skies right now. Again, that chance of rain will start to increase Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. And I'll have more of the rain chances this weekend, as well as dropping temperatures overnight and rebounding temperatures, all coming up in my full forecast.
Thank you so much, Rachel. A New Mexico district attorney is officially reviewing the investigative report on the fatal shooting on the Rust movie set. A little over a year after cinematographer Helena Hutchins died, the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office turned its final report over to the DA Sheriff's investigators. Sheriff's investigators are leaving any decision about possible prosecution up to the New Mexico District Attorney's Office. The DA's office says it will thoroughly review the information to make a, quote, thoughtful, timely decision about whether to bring charges. A prop gun in actor and producer Alec Baldwin's hand discharged during a rehearsal, killing Hutchins and wounding director Joel Souza. Hutchins' family recently reached a settlement in a civil lawsuit with Alec Baldwin and Rust Movie Productions, LLC.
Calls are getting louder for the head of the Texas Department of Public Safety to resign, following the shooting rampage at a school in Uvalde this May. During today's meeting of the agency's oversight board, DPS Director Stephen McCraw said his officers, quote, did not fail the community, the day when 19 students and 2 teachers were shot and killed. Brett Cross, whose daughter was among the victims, told McCraw that he believes the DPS did in fact fail the community.
You have disgraced the state, your position, and the people. The officers still under your supervision, Maldonado, Betancourt, and Kendall, have been proven to have been culpable, and with new information dropping just about weekly, we know that there will be others. Well, Steve, the time is now. If you're a man of your word, you'll resign.
Despite it being an active shooter incident, law enforcement waited 77 minutes before entering classrooms in search of the shooter.
Both sides in the legal battle related to the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago argued their case in Washington, D.C. today. Lawyers for former President Donald Trump and those for the Department of Justice met at the U.S. District Court in D.C. for a sealed court hearing, arguing in a secret dispute related to the federal investigation. Usually, hearings involving Trump's challenges to the Mar-a-Lago search have been heard in Florida or New York. The D.C. federal court typically handles disputes related to grand jury proceedings, and a federal grand jury in D.C. appears to be handling the criminal investigation that led to the search and seizure of documents at Trump's Florida home. The DOJ is investigating accusations of obstruction of justice and mishandling of records, including national security secrets from the Trump presidency after he left office. This hearing is the latest sign prosecutors are attempting to move forward in their investigation. Coming up, new information has been released in regards to COVID-19 treatments.
Plus, how McDonald's continues to drive in revenue for its company. All that and more when we return.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. We're learning more about how people have been treated for COVID-19 this year. and there are some unsettling differences when you consider race.
The CDC says people of color, especially Black and Hispanic people, were less likely to get Paxlovid and other COVID-19 treatments, even though Black and Hispanic people have been about twice as likely to be hospitalized or die from the virus. By the numbers, we're looking at about 1 in 3 white patients who got Paxlovid, compared to about 1 in 5 Black and Hispanic patients, and about 1 in 4 Asian and American Indian patients. Researchers say it could be a number of things, like differences in access, implications of racism or implicit bias among providers, and patients who just don't trust the medical system because of negative experiences.
2 new studies suggest the updated COVID vaccine boosters don't offer better protection than the original boosters. The FDA gave emergency use authorization for the updated boosters to Pfizer and Moderna in August. They target the original strain and 2 Omicron subvariants. Researchers compared the immune responses of people who got boosted by the original shot to those who got the updated bivalent boosters about a month after the shot. The immune responses looked about the same. More cruise lines are dropping their COVID-19 rules. Carnival Cruises is one of them. You won't need proof of vaccination or testing as long as your trip is 15 nights or less. The move comes about a month after Carnival began relaxing their COVID requirements. The cruise line, however, still encourages travelers to test for COVID 3 days before their trip. Princess Cruises made a similar change last week, lifting its remaining vaccine and testing requirements for a number of its voyages.
The U.S. economy makes a rebound, but it may be short-lived. The Bureau of Economic Analysis reported yesterday gross domestic product increased by a yearly rate of 2.6% in the third quarter, according to initial estimates. The economy suffered declines in both the first and second quarter of this year. Analysts say the boost in growth was primarily bolstered by less imports from foreign countries and consumers spending more on travel and dining. However, another boost may not be likely in the near future. The Center for Economic and Policy Research says due to the Federal Reserve's ongoing rate hikes, it could take a while to see another positive report. And while the cost for various things increased greatly this year, the price tag on employer-backed healthcare premiums held relatively flat.
According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, job-sponsored policies cost $22,500 in 2022, with employees footing the bill for just over $6,000. That's roughly the same as it was in 2021. Premium growth fell behind the boost seen from inflation and wages, because coverage costs are usually set months in advance. In this case, they were put into place before this round of inflation started, but this trend is not expected to continue into 2023. Recent surveys show that premiums and out-of-pocket expenses are likely to rise sometime after New Year's.
Mortgage rates rose again this week, rising above 7% for the first time since 2002. Freddie Mac says the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 7.08% in this week. That's up from 6.94% last week. Mortgage rates have risen nearly every week since late August and have more than doubled since the start of the year. The rapid rise has been fueled by the Fed's unprecedented campaign of hiking interest rates to tame soaring inflation. The combination of the central bank's rate hikes, investor concerns of a recession, and mixed economic news has made mortgage rates increasingly volatile over the past few months.
Higher grocery prices may be driving more consumers to the Golden Arches. McDonald's says sales are up more than 6%. Grocery prices have increased 13% in the third quarter, but McDonald's menu prices have been increasing at a slower rate. The promotions such as adult Happy Meals and celebrity tie-ins also seem to help. McDonald's executives point out the company also performed well in the last economic downturn in 2008 and 2009. That's when the fast food giant introduced its dollar menu to boost sales.
We saw a beautiful day yet again, but we have a chance of rain and cooler temperatures coming up next week into the weekend. I'll have all this when we return from the break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other.
on a deeper level. Father,
Cosplayer,
mentor.
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
it's time we take a step forward
Come together.
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back. The time is now 9:16, and you are taking a live look at Ball State, the Foundational Science Building. I got up around 7 a.m. this morning, and there was a little bit of frost on my car. That made me real nervous for the temperatures coming up. But it got a little nicer throughout the day.
Yeah, it really did. The wind chill kind of calmed down a little bit, and once you kind of got out into it, it felt pretty nice out.
Yeah, we'll have to turn to Rachel for more.
You guys are right. We saw another beautiful day. Temperatures were pretty mild throughout the day, and that's still the case right now. 47 degrees in Muncie, 49 in Indianapolis, 43 degrees in Terre Haute. If we take a look at what the radar is showing, we do have some passing clouds moving through our area. Earlier we had some pockets of denser clouds moving up north, but for right now we just have a nice blanket of just high clouds sitting over our area right now. Now, we did have the sunset a little earlier tonight. We saw the sunset at 6:46 p.m. tonight. Next week, we'll see 6:37. But on November 6th, make sure that you turn your clocks back as daylight saving time is going to take effect. We will be seeing the sunset at 5:30 p.m. in 2 weeks, 5:24 in 3 weeks. Now, when the sun starts to set a little bit sooner in the day, we'll see the temperature start dropping overnight as well. And that's going to start tonight. We'll be seeing an overnight low of 40 degrees tonight under few clouds in the sky, winds coming out of the northeast at 10 miles per hour, but that will set us up for a beautiful day tomorrow. We'll be topping out at a high of 63 under sunny skies. Again, calm winds coming out of the east at 5 miles per hour. And if you thought that was beautiful, just look at Saturday. We're going to see almost a picture-perfect fall day on Saturday. Sunny skies, 66 degrees, with just a slight breeze coming out of the southeast at 5 miles per hour. So if you have any last-minute fall plans that you wanted to do, go ahead and do those on Saturday, as it'll be the perfect day for that. Now, come Saturday night, we will see a chance of overnight showers really start to take effect, and that will last throughout Sunday. We'll be seeing a high of 59 degrees Sunday, winds coming out of the southeast at 5 miles per hour. Again, showers lasting throughout the day, and that will last until Monday too. Now, Monday is Halloween, and we will have a chance for some showers as we go trick-or-treating and as you go out on Halloween night, sitting at a high of 61 degrees on Monday under mostly clear skies overnight. But again, that chance of showers is going to be there. So if you are planning on going out on Halloween or going trick-or-treating, make sure that you are wearing rain boots or an umbrella or maybe even a raincoat over your costume to stay dry. Now, if we take a look at when these storms are going to start moving through, we can see Saturday at 11 p.m. we're going to be sitting under overcast skies. It won't be raining quite yet. We might see a few drizzles here and there, but around Sunday afternoon is when we're really going to start seeing our state just blanketed by rain, as well as Illinois and Kentucky, and that's going to last throughout Monday. Again, at 9 p.m. we'll be seeing most of our state seeing rain showers, but once those move through the day, we'll be seeing a lot better temperatures to finish out the week. Take a look at Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. After the rain showers move through Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we'll be seeing beautiful temperatures finishing out our week. 66 on Tuesday, 68 Wednesday, and 68 on Thursday.
You know, it's a big weekend. It's a huge deal. It's looking like there's going to be rain on Monday.
Yeah, it looks like it'll start tapering off in the earlier evening, so maybe around like 9, 10 it'll start to taper off, but be prepared for a little bit of showers as you go out.
That's going to be so, my trick-or-treating plans are shot. My trick-or-treating plans are absolutely done for. But it looks like it's going to get warmer later in the week. I'm still happy with some of those 60s and those fall temperatures for sure.
I hope it holds out long enough, at least for the trick-or-treaters going on, and it might just rain later in the night. We'll just have to see how it goes.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel. Now we're going to toss it over to Bryce with sports.
We check in with a spooky tradition starting back up at a local high school and a look into the preseason predictions for women's basketball. All that and more next in sports.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously? Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10. Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Bryce Dimsevich with sports. After a 3-year hiatus due to COVID, Yorktown High School finally got the chance to reintroduce the Yorktown Spooktacular. NewsLink Indiana's Max Robson went to the event.
Welcome to the Yorktown Spooktacular. Hey! Fun for all ages, including the coaches. Run by the whole athletic department, each team gets the opportunity to come up with their own game and let the kids win prizes, including golf team putting, cross-country cornhole, and some basketball, free throws, and dunks. After a 3-year hiatus, Athletic Director Paul Heidenreich expresses his gratitude to his athletes and the importance of working as one Yorktown team to create a fun environment for the kids in the community.
Whether they want to believe this or not, our athletes are looked up to by those little kids, helping them to try to throw a ping pong ball into a monster's mouth or something along that line. And our coaches, I think our coaches have a good time of bringing their kids together. They kind of can decompress from that team environment. It's almost like it's a team building activity, and everybody's involved, and that just really is a great thing to see.
Spooktacular senior leader Dre Caldwell ensures the event goes swimmingly without any scares in preparation. This swimmer and cross-country star shares the scariest part about working to set up.
I have 2 classes per day, I have release blocks in between, but just having skipped those classes and come down here and just having all the homework, that was probably the hardest part of today.
Even though each game made the kids smile from cheek to cheek, Paul Heidenreich thinks a few games deserve the most candy.
Tennis had a cool game that was lit up where you had to try to throw a ping pong ball in the mouth of 4 or 5 different things. The bounce house is always fun. We got that thing here earlier tonight, and I got a chance to bounce on it a little bit while no one was around, thank goodness.
In Yorktown, Max Robson, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Mid-American Conference announces their women's basketball preseason coaches poll and preseason All-MAC teams today. The Cardinals projected to finish second in the Mid-American Conference this season. On the preseason All-MAC teams, sophomore guard Allie Becky earns a spot on the All-MAC first team. Becky and the rest of the Cardinals will be back in action this Tuesday in Muncie as they take on Wheeling University for an exhibition match at 6:30. The real action begins on November 7th when Ball State faces off with Tennessee Tech University in Tennessee. And as one season gets ready to begin, another is coming to an end as Ball State Soccer looks to win their final match of the regular season. The Cardinals facing off against the Central Michigan Chippewas earlier today. Ball State comes in hot with a goal from sophomore Lexi Fraley to make the score 1-0. The Cardinals keep their pedal to the metal with a score fresh at a halftime from freshman Delaney Caldwell. The Chippewas answer with a goal in the final minutes, but Ball State comes out with a 2-1 victory. Ball State will shift their focus to the MAC tournament with play set to begin this Sunday. And another Ball State team is wrapping things up. Cardinal field hockey set to finish their regular season this weekend with 2 matches heading into the MAC tournament. Ball State heads into the weekend 7-9 on the year and look to reach 500 before the end of the season. The Cardinals' final home matchup is set for Friday as they take on MAC opponent Miami of Ohio. Then Ball State will travel to Columbus, Ohio to do battle with the Ohio State Buckeyes. Both matches are set to start at 1 p.m. as the Cardinals look to find momentum and ride it into the MAC tournament. Now, I know I'm excited for the start of the women's basketball season. How do you think they're going to do this season?
Yeah, it really looks like women's basketball is heating up, and it looks like Allie Becky's really doing well for herself.
Absolutely. She's definitely the star of the team. What are your thoughts on the team?
It looks very promising, especially with it's going to be nice seeing the team travel and continue and do their best, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Bryce. Coming up, how Costco is setting a massive world record.
Plus a final look at weather next.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency. It's the right thing to do. Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared. So start now.
Right now?
Right now. You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. Costco is known for selling all types of products.
But they are the first to sell, quote, the world's largest puzzle. The puzzle contains a whopping 60,000 pieces, with the end result measuring 29 feet long by 8 feet tall. The design of the puzzle is a world map, and it can be divided into 60 smaller puzzles for ease of assembly. Costco's world's largest jigsaw puzzle costs $599 including shipping and is available now.
The red planet hasn't shown any proof of alien life forms, but scientists say evidence of life could be hidden under the surface. Researchers created Mars-like conditions in a lab to determine if bacteria and fungi would survive. It turns out bacteria can survive for at least 280 million years if it was protected by the surface. Researchers say Mars could have been livable billions of years ago, but it has since become similar to a frozen desert. Now we'll turn it over to Rachel for one final look at weather.
We'll be seeing those chances of rain really start to ramp up Saturday evening in the overnight hours, lasting until Monday night. So again, if you have any Halloween plans to go out to a Halloween party, or if you're planning on going trick-or-treating, make sure that you have an umbrella, a rain jacket, or rain boots, to make yourself more comfortable, maybe even throw it on over your Halloween costume. But once those rain showers move out of our way, we'll see beautiful temperatures really start to rebound for the end of the week.
Thank you so much, Rachel. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us tomorrow morning at 8 for our sister show, Waking Up with Cardinal Weather.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.